Alright guys, welcome back to the last video of the main series, and then we're going to have a bonus video on what to do when your videos get stuck. Some additional things you can do to get them moving. What I talked about doing at the beginning of the course was doing two keywords against each other: Irvine divorce attorney, and then the larger county term, which is Orange County, where there's 3 million people. Orange County divorce attorney. And as I suspected, Google was not showing us correct results earlier. It said it had 20 searches a month. Remember, Longtail Platinum pulls in everything from the keyword planner and shows you exactly what the local searches are, the advertiser competition, and then the average cost per click. So for my client to advertise on this would cost on average $27 every time somebody clicks on that ad, which is expensive. I've seen more expensive, a lot more expensive, but it's still, that adds up. You have to have quite a budget for that to happen. And so I talked about, wanting to show you two case studies. And so what I want to do now really quickly is show you start to finish how easy it is to really just get a video uploaded. And so I've searched for Orange County divorce attorney here inside of Longtail Platinum. And normally there'll be a calculate button. Again, this gets a little buggy sometimes, but I don't really care about the calculate button as much. Typically, the local terms will come in with a keyword competitiveness score pretty low, and it's going to tell me anyway normally when I click on this button. So I like to look here because it's going to load in the first page results. Let me solve this CAPTCHA real quick. CAPTCHAs are going to be the death of me at one point, I believe. They drive me nuts. Okay, let's let this load for a second. It should pull in page one results. I don't care about all that. And let's see if this is going to work. Looks like it's being rather slow. Let's see here. Let's go back to keyword research, click on it again, and see if, there we go. Okay, so now it's loading. But it's not loading everything. So let me really quickly get out. Now here it comes. Here we go. Never mind. Okay, so it's loading page one results, just like we did in the last video, or not the last video, but the last time we ran through Longtail Platinum. I like to look at the keyword competitiveness, and typically anything under about 30, 35 is easier to go after. Now, obviously, the stuff that's 15, 17 is much easier. 30 is getting up there a little bit. And I told you that I thought that Orange County divorce attorney would be a pretty monster term, at least from a local perspective. It'll be quite a bit tougher to get ranked than Irvine divorce attorney. How do we know? Again, we have, the Moz page authority and domain authority. And so the domain authority on some of these sites are pretty high. You got Yelp at 94. What you don't have, that we saw a lot more of in the Irvine sites, we saw a few other things like FindLaw, that was a 90 domain authority, and I forget what Avo, I think was the other one, was an 80 or 90 domain authority. So the Irvine one, just glancing at this keyword competitiveness, this actually, to me, looks like it might be a little easier to sneak in. Now we need to look at the juice page links and the total page links. So we've got a 0 right here, but that's Yelp. So trying to beat out Yelp is a little difficult sometimes. We've got Justia, which is considered very authoritative in the legal world, with a high domain authority, high page authority, and 10 links. Probably a little tougher to beat out. I think we saw these guys before, Orange County Divorce Lawyer. They got a lot of page links, and they've got quite a few juice page links, meaning that they 69 instances of the words Orange County divorce attorney or variations thereof have appeared in anchor text links out there. So these guys are, in my opinion, probably ripe for an over-optimization penalty at some point. It's hard to say, but they might be. But then you've got, again, your FindLaws of the world down here. But in between there, you've got some domain authorities that are 12, 27, 18. Page authorities of 23, 1, Again, that's FindLaw, so that's a little bit harder. So that's why it becomes pretty important to get your page authority up, which is basically going to be your individual video. And the way we do that is what we talked about before, by getting your channel authority up. That passes through to your individual videos. By having embeds and links back to your video, that's going to drive up the equivalent of the page authority of your YouTube video. So again, think of your YouTube video as a mini website. Just like a website would have page authority, so does your video. So in order to get onto page 1, we're going to have to do a little better than some of these sites here. So we've got orangecountydivorce.com with 23, and then page links of 6 total page links going to that. Looks like the main URL, and 0 juice links with a domain authority of 12. So I can tell you right now, we could probably sneak in right here, at least in this spot. And then it will be a little bit of a fight to get to the top. But look, even if you're in the top 7 with a video for Orange County Divorce Attorney with 590 searches a month, that's a good thing. I mean, your client's going to get some calls from that and get some clients from that, and that's what really matters. So I like my odds of this, maybe even a little better than Irvine Divorce Attorney, even though seemingly on the surface Irvine Divorce Attorney seems less competitive. Some of these other sites, these bigger sites like FindLaw and Justia and Yelp, were towards the top, followed by a slew of sites that had pretty good page authority, domain authority, and juice links. Here we've got a little bit of opportunity to kind of sneak in. So I'm not sure. You never know until you test this stuff. But this one may turn out to be easier. It's hard to say. But I do want to test it. So what I want to do now is we've chosen the keyword, and we're going to go after that keyword. And what I've done is I've taken the exact same video, which is right here, started off with my slideshow, and all I did was I changed the word from Irvine Divorce Attorney to Orange County Divorce Attorney. That's it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to just do what I told you to do before in the other video, which is save it as an MP4 file. And then we're going to go about the process of uploading it, getting our stuff loaded in TubeRankJeet, and getting this video up online very, very quickly, and we'll take a look at it and see where it lands. So give me just a minute to export this, and I will be right back. I'm going to hit pause real quick. All right, so welcome back. I'm just going to check to make sure this is still recording. Okay, we're good. So I've had the chance to export this PowerPoint file as a video, and I've done that here. So step 1, remember, as always, we're going to save the video as our keyword name. And I haven't really come up with a secondary keyword name, so I'll just choose one. Doesn't really matter. So our primary keyword is going to be Orange County Divorce Attorney. And we'll do the same thing. We'll say divorce lawyer, Orange County, California. One thing I didn't talk about before that I might actually do is I might use the plural, because when you include the plural as your title tag and your video name, basically, it's going to pick up the singular, but not necessarily in reverse. Sometimes it will. So in other words, if somebody's searching for Orange County Divorce Attorney, and I had Orange County Divorce Attorneys as my title, that's going to show up, but not necessarily in reverse. So I would probably include the plural version of something like that to the extent possible, where that the singular would also be picked up. So in this case, divorce attorneys. So I've named my file. Step 1 is done. Okay, I've saved it as an MP4 and named it. Step 2 is we're going to go over to, we've got Spin Rewriter and we've got TubeRankJeet. I first need a spun article in order to add that to TubeRankJeet and kind of queue it up in the staging area. So what I'm going to do is the exact same thing. So I'm going to pick up both of these divorce articles, and I am going to paste them in here, because remember, we want about 600 words, give or take, in order to try to beat out the competition, because most of your competitors are going to use 150 words or no words. I've seen that happen a lot. And so it gives us a better shot when you have a full description. It gives you all those LSI keywords. So we've dropped it into Spin Rewriter. Again, you'll see a link for Spin Rewriter below. Definitely recommend picking that up because it's the best tool on the market, the best spinner on the market. Not the best spinner. There's actually a product called The Best Spinner. This one I think is better because it's an online program, super easy. So we hit start the one-click rewrite process, and we just wait for a second here. And again, I think I told you before, sometimes this gets a little snagged the more keywords you have, because it or the more words you have in an article, simply because it has to go out and try to create all these variations of not 300 words now, but 600 words, and so it takes a minute. So we just have to let this do its thing, and sometimes you'll get this not responding message. It'll come back usually. Every once in a while it'll crash, but it's rare. So we're going to wait for this for a second to wrap up. In the meantime, I'm going to go over to TwoBrankJeet, and I'm going to type in my main keyword here, Orange County divorce attorney. I've not bothered to even check the competition, and I'm going to hit go. And we are going to see. We actually have more of a ranking difficulty level. We had 0 before in Irvine, and the first ranking difficulty is 11%, meaning that it's not that hard. Harder than 0, but not that hard. And so, you can go through the motions of looking at why the number 1 person is the number 1 person. And I recommend you do that. What length is their video? It's 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Now look at this description. Terrible, right? This is, I don't know, 50 words, maybe 75 words. We're going to have 600 words. Now, her video is longer. And I don't know, her channel may be more authoritative, but not after you use my Katy Perry trick. Okay? So definitely use that trick, because that's going to up your authority level to where even a shorter video can eventually outperform a longer video. But for now, we get a sense of what's going on in the number 1 spot. She's not even using this properly in title the way we are. We're not, she's got a reverse of it. We're saying Orange County divorce attorney. And that's what we're going to be going after. And then she's got her name and in Huntington Beach, which is a suburb of Orange County. So I'm going to not bore you with this. But it's important to check this kind of stuff, because we want to know what we're up against in the number 1 spot. Because we don't really give a crap about the next spots. We want to be number 1. Now again, inside of YouTube, even if you're number 5 or whatever, it's not the end of the world, because we are still going to do all these techniques to beat them out on Google, which is what we ultimately want. But, the only thing that I can tell that she has going for her is a longer video. And let's see, a good number of videos. She's got a decent number of videos going on. So I don't know how authoritative her channel is, but she has like almost no description, right? So that's going to be pretty easy. So we can close that out, go back to Spin Rewriter, and we're going to get our article. So you want to wait till it says 99% unique on average, billions of possible versions. Continue to the final step. Again, don't get hung up on spinning stuff. If you want, you can use a unique article every time. Some people don't like spinning. I don't mind it for YouTube purposes. We're going to generate a unique version. We're going to pick it up, and we're going to come over to TwoBrankJeet, the analysis section. And I'm going to come down a little bit because I need some space. And I'm going to paste in my spun article. Now what I want to do is I want to create my video title, which is going to be Orange County Divorce Attorney, Divorce Lawyer, Orange County, California. Then remember, I always want something to make it stand out. Let's see. How to get through your divorce quickly. Make it descriptive of what the video is about. That's not completely accurate to what my video is about, but I'm just trying to show you for demo purposes that's what I would do. Whatever the video is about, put a little tag on the end to get people to want to watch it. People like how-to types of stuff, for instance. And then I would get my score. Let's see where we're at, 44%. Saying add the keyword in the description, website, Facebook page, ask the viewer to subscribe to the channel, add tags. So first I would go and just add my tags, and then we'll come back to this in a second. So I always want to make sure my primary keywords number is first as a tag, Orange County Divorce Attorney. And then I would just start adding everything else. Make sure your secondary keyword is in there as well. Divorce lawyer, Orange County, California. Just separate it with a comma if you don't see it down here in the tags. Otherwise, you can just start choosing things that you think are going to help out a little bit. Orange County, California, divorce attorney. Obviously, you don't want Orange County, New York, which there's an Orange County, New York. And there's also an Orange County, Florida, to make matters more confusing. Let's see, best divorce attorneys. So these are not necessarily city or county specific, but you definitely want to just start getting some of these in here. Family law lawyer, California divorce attorney, family law attorney, best family law lawyers. You get the picture. Get get around 500 of them, because that's what essentially the number of characters that YouTube is going to allow for tags. Okay, so let's get my score now. I'm up to 72%. Then what I'm going to want to do is pick up the keyword section of my video title. So I have the keyword section, and I also have the little, not really call to action, but kind of kicker, I call it, to get people to want to click through. Remember, we always start and end with our keywords, and then we sprinkle them in maybe 2 other times throughout. So I would just come down here, do that once, do it twice, and then we're going to want to say, we want to come back up here and say call 949-226, what's the number? I forgot again. Hang on one second. I think it's 226-6917. 226-6917. Make sure you get that right, because your client will be super pissed at you if you get their phone number wrong. Where am I? 2-break Jeep. And I would 226. I would add it here. 6917. Just double check. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that that's accurate. 226-6917. Or visit, and then make sure you just pick up the actual website itself. Sometimes what I'll do when I'm doing video series, I will say to see more videos, go to, and then it'll be an inner page where the videos are located. Or visit, whatever, .net/video. But in this case, we don't have that. Or visit blank for more information. Whatever you want to say there, but essentially you want your phone number and your website to appear in the first 3 lines so it doesn't get cut off, okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to say, just below our article, above our closing keyword, we're going to say, subscribe to our YouTube channel here, and I want to go get my YouTube channel, okay, which I've got pulled up right here. So you can see I've got this stuff ready to go, so I can just start dropping it in. Like us on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook page, but I would just put that, and maybe we can add it later. This video located, remember we're going to drop in that later. View our Google Plus page. I don't think I had that one pulled up, but we'll just grab it real quick. It's pretty easy to do. Irvine Divorce Attorney. So if you're even more prepared than I am, you can do this even faster than I can. If you've got all this stuff ready to go, where these links, what I would do is actually just keep these links in a file somewhere, and you have them handy. You've got your channel subscription. Just create a little text file with your channel subscription, your YouTube page, channel page, your Facebook page, your Google Plus page, and just work directly off of that. That way you always have it. The only thing that will change is the URL of this video is located, because we don't know yet. So I'm putting the Google Plus page there. Let's get my score. I'm at 100% now, which is exactly where I want to be. Now I might put some, some other searches that led you to this video. And this is keyword stuffing without totally keyword stuffing overboard. We could say like Orange County family law attorneys, Orange County child custody lawyers, Orange County, California child support attorney. So I would just put three to five, something like that. Yeah, you can go crazy and load these up. Again, I worry that down the line YouTube's going to be like, hold on a second, you're keyword stuffing. And I see a lot of people do that where they, instead of using tags, they just drop in 200 different keywords, and it's a technique that can work now, but I just don't see it working necessarily forever. So I'd be cautious about that. Use tags because they allow tags. Use a good article because it allows you to pick up the latent semantic indexing keywords, related keywords. And I think I spelled orange wrong here. Let me just correct that. And those types of things are going to help your video get ranked for different keyword terms. So that's it. We've already analyzed the competition a little bit. I have spun my article. I've added the description. I've added in my keywords where they need to be, my calls to action. The only thing that I have not done is add an authoritative article. So I might do something like divorce advice. So mix it up. Don't always use wiki. And what I like to do is look for things with high page rank or authority. So this is pretty good. Huffington Post article on divorce, PR7. I like that. So that's going to be our outbound link that we're going to do, and we're going to drop that in down here somewhere with our other subscribe kind of stuff. More information on family law and children, or whatever the article's about. Paste it there. And that's it, right? So we are in a position now, just a few minutes later, to go to our channel. And I think I may have signed out, so we got to double check here. I might still be signed in. Okay. All right. So now we're going to upload that video that we just created and saved with our keywords. Okay. So you'd go to upload. And again, remember, we always start in private mode because we don't want to, out of the gate, have our video upload publicly before we've had the opportunity to pick up all the stuff from TubeRankJeet and drop it in. Okay. So we're going to select the file to upload. We're going to go right here to Orange County Divorce Attorneys, which is our new video. And we're in private mode. It's going to start uploading. Just let it do its thing, remember, because if you start messing around with the tags and the description, this sometimes takes a long time to process, which I don't like. I let it process first, and then we go and do the rest, So let's let that process for a second here. Sometimes, I will tell you, this gets stuck from time to time just because YouTube gets busy. Massive amounts of people uploading videos to where it'll just spin for forever at 95, 96%. And if that's the case, go do something else and come back until it's done. In this case, processing done, so just hit done. And then you come back here, see the video if you want. But basically what we want to do is we want to return to editing, and now we want to actually put our real title tag in there from TubeRankJeet. So all we're doing is we're going to be picking up exactly what we've put in TubeRankJeet. Title, boom, right there. So see how handy it is to have this not only as an analytical tool, but as a staging area to where I can just go like that. Copy and paste right in here without having to worry about messing with adding my tags or any of that stuff inside of YouTube, which is really clunky. I've got it all ready to go here. Pasted it in. Let's wait for the little, sometimes it'll give me a little warning that says that my tags are too long, so we'll just have to see. Let's hit Save Changes. Okay, my tags are too long, my title's too long. Let's see. What if we just say, getting through your divorce quickly? Let's try to change it to that really quickly. Getting through your divorce quickly. And let's see if it's allowing this to happen. Let's hit Save Changes. Okay, now just my tags are too long. So hit Save Changes, it'll tell you what's disappeared, what you've now done correctly. My tags are too long, so I'm just going to randomly cut one of these. Hit Save Changes, and now everything is in a good position. Now I want to set the thumbnail. Now I will mention that one thing, when you're reusing videos like this, which is basically, this is the exact same video, you want to do a couple things. You want to vary the length of it, even slightly by a couple seconds. I'd probably use a different thumbnail, but I'm not going to go into great detail trying to find one. You might choose a different custom thumbnail. I'll probably just set it as this, so it's not the end of the world. And then use different music. I'm going to show you how to add music to this as well, because I didn't do that before in the other video. But this thing's ready to go. Other than, I take that back, we do need to add our playlist. So let's create a new playlist, and our first keyword was Orange County Divorce Attorney. Create a new playlist. Divorce Lawyer, Orange County, California. Create. Make sure they're both checked. Divorce Lawyer, Orange County Divorce Attorney. So we want both those playlists checked. We want to set the thumbnail, all those things. We're going to hit Save Changes one more time, and we should be ready to go. All changes saved. So now what we want to do, we've got everything in place and ready to roll, is we want to publish. So we got to switch from private to public, and let's see, and make sure the publish button appears, and then we're going to hit publish. And then, so that, I don't know, where are we at in the video here? Let's see. So that we're 27 minutes into the video. I've probably spent about 10, 12 minutes doing the video. And, some of it is me explaining it to you. So really 10 minutes should be the max, where if you have all this stuff ready to go, you're in great shape. The video's already saved. The file saved is the keyword name. You've already done your keyword research. You've got in a notepad somewhere your channel URL. You've got your Facebook URL. You've got your Google Plus URL. You run out. You grab an authoritative link. You take your articles, you go up to Spin Rewriter, and you spin them really quickly, or you upload a long original article. You add in your keywords 4 different times, add in a few, sprinkle a few related keywords in, go back to TubeRankG and, get all of the tags and everything else and just paste it in here, and upload your video. All that's maybe a 10-minute process. So really quickly, let's just go see if we've, if this thing's published even yet, because it says it's published, but it's not necessarily completely live. But I do want to see where we land. Orange County Divorce Attorney. So let's see if my video's even started to show up yet. And again, even a week ago or so, sometimes they would show up towards the top within seconds. So it really depends on, the time of day, how many videos are being uploaded, all that good stuff. But anyway, I'm going to pause. I'll come back in just a second and we'll see where this thing lands. And then we're going to move on to the final video about some sort of ninja tricks. Or actually, let's keep going for 1 second, because I told you I was going to show you how to add music to the video, which is pretty important, because when you're doing a slideshow style video, you don't want to have a video with no sound. That's a bad idea. Always a bad idea. So go to Edit, And then what we're going to do is go to audio, and I'm just going to really quickly turn this on so you can hear this. Let's hit pause, and let's pick an appropriate thing. So what's good for divorce attorney? I'm thinking heavy metal for sure. Iron Maiden, something like that. I'm kidding. Oh, that's awful. I like the title, but I'm definitely not liking the music. Orange. Well, actually the music's alright for this kind of stuff because it's kind of somber. It's actually not bad. So what you do is you select that, and this is, let's hit pause. What you do is you select it, and these are, free royalty music. So we're going to position the audio so that it starts at the beginning, and it's going all the way to the end, and that's it. We hit save, and then hit save again, and what it's going to do is it'll tell you its edit is in progress. It's going to take a little while for that to occur, and that's okay, but at least we have some music that is appropriate for the video, and it'll start to show up. So let's go back now and see if my video has gone live yet. Orange County Divorce Attorney. Okay, so it's still not there. I'm going to hit pause for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll check it. Sometimes it just takes 5-10 minutes to actually go live, and I want to see where this thing lands, and then we'll move on to the last video. So I'll see you very shortly. I'm going to hit pause. Okay, so welcome back. Okay, so we're just a few minutes from when I hit pause, and the video is now live. Orange County Divorce Attorney. So if I go here, it's actually sitting on the second page, which, if you see that happen, don't worry about it. I mean, do I like them to debut very high? Yeah, definitely. But it's not the end of the world, because I know that with the techniques that we're going to use, we're going to be able to get this thing moving up pretty quickly here. So it's sitting right here, okay? For our main keyword. For a secondary keyword like divorce lawyer, Orange County, California, let's see where it's at. So that is actually right here on page 1. So that one, was sitting on page 1 right away. So then what I would do, and we're just going to do kind of a review here really quickly, okay, step-by-step review. I go over to OnlyWire, and I pick up the URL of my brand new video. So I want to make sure that I get that. Orange County Divorce Attorney. You can hear if the music is synced up here for a second. There we go. Saying still being kind of processed, but that's okay. So we've got the video URL, which remember always to go back and then add it into the description in the edit feature. But I'm just kind of speeding things up a little bit here just to show you the steps. So let's get rid of some of these windows really quickly just so we don't confuse things. Spin rewriter. So the next step is I would go to OnlyWire, and I would bookmark my post. Let this load. Go over here, get rid of the YouTube portion of it. Again, you can get creative and do your own description, whatever you want to do, so your descriptions aren't always the same. If you're starting it primarily the same way with just different keywords, you can do different descriptions. It's not really the end of the world. The goal is to go out and get this bookmarked onto, in this case, 34 networks, as many as 50, depending on where it goes out to, and the success rate can vary a little bit. So I'm going to hit share. Okay. The next thing I would do is I would go to this little Creator Studio section here, and I would go right here and hit promote, and walk through, do the exact same thing we did before, where you're going to promote the video and you're going to buy views from AdWords. Don't go overboard, but do buy, say, look at what the competition's doing. What have they been doing? What's number one? I think she might have had something like 1,500 video or 1,500 views on her video. Orange County divorce attorney. Yeah, so she's got like 8,400 views. Now, that's probably not legitimate, meaning that when I say legitimate, I mean that she's probably paid for views somehow also, because local videos are not going to rack up 8,400 views even if you're on page 1 of Google, for 5 years. It's just not going to happen. So she bought her views. So outdo her. This guy has 9,700 views, so maybe you buy 10,000 views. Well, what's that going to cost you? I don't know, $20 maybe? $25? So you do that. You go out to AdWords and you buy views the way we taught you to. So bookmark it through OnlyWire. If you want, you could do Social Adder. I showed you socialadder.com. That's just another way of bookmarking things. The more of these steps you take, the better off you're going to be, but they're not always necessary. So I just want to show you step by step what you can do. And I recommend you do all of them because it's going to put you in a much better position, but you don't have to. So bookmark it at OnlyWire, maybe bookmark it, use some credits up at Social Adder, not a big deal. Come back over here, and the next phase you are going to go over to the Creator Studio button and click on near the edit button, and you're going to promote it by buying views for a few days. Spend $10, spend $25, whatever it takes to get the number of views you want. The next step is you're going to go to Fiverr and you are going to buy video embeds. Video embedding. Search for that, or YouTube embeds, embedding, and find one that has a high rating that looks like they're going to give you a decent number. And I'll try to post a link to the guy that I've used in the past. He's done a really good job where it's 100 video embeds. And you also get that link back. So remember those two things. Step 1 and 2, OnlyWire, Social Adder, help you rank on Google. Steps 3 and 4, which are getting views and going to Fiverr and getting video embeds, essentially help you move up the ranks on YouTube. Okay? So keep that straight. But remember that all of this sort of has the effect in a roundabout way of helping you rank on Google, because the video embeds are going to help you move up on YouTube, which is going to help your channel authority, which in turn helps you rank better on Google. And also, because you've done this the way that I've taught you, where you have your link to your video and your channel, every one of those embeds, those 100 embeds or whatever it is, has your video information stored in there, so it acts as though it's a link back to your site. Okay, so keep that straight. The next steps are you are going to go back over to Fiverr, and you're going to look for high PR, high page rank links, and we talked about this. You don't have to go overboard. Okay. And in fact, you shouldn't. Don't believe any of the hype that goes on. There's a lot of people selling, PR10 links that just doesn't exist. These are really not PR10 links. Sorry, I'm going to minimize that. I apologize. But do look for maybe somewhere between 5 and 30 legitimate-looking links where it's hopefully a homepage link in context on a PR0 through 3 or 4 site, and look for gigs where people will let you alter your keywords or vary your keywords, because you don't want to over-optimize with the same keyword over and over. So if I have Orange County divorce attorney as my main keyword, I would want somebody that I work with on here over and over again to allow me to, if it's going out to 10 sites, give them 10 different versions of my keyword. So that I never repeat myself, but at the same time I'm still getting in a version, where to find an Orange County divorce attorney, how I found the best Orange County divorce lawyer, that sort of thing. Don't repeat yourself. So go out to Fiverr, buy a high PR link. If you're still stuck a little bit, don't worry about it. Go and find yourself somebody who will either rent you or sell you a link on a private blog network site that has some authority. And get a couple of those, okay? It's the same thing you're doing here, but what you're going to do is, a lot of these sites are really high authority, and you'll be able to take advantage of that. They'll put in a contextual link, essentially, by putting an article about whatever your client does, and they will add your anchor text link in there, and that's going to give you an extra boost that really, really helps. Okay, so those are the main steps. The next step is really start to go and increase your channel authority by commenting on, basically, I like to just do Vivo type of stuff. I mean, you don't have to do anything else. You could go out and comment on other people's related channels. A related link is helpful too. But what we're trying to do is just boost the authority. So, go out to the Vivo channel and find individual videos to comment on, and make a comment on the video itself. And then also remember to go to the channel itself, because that's where all the page rank and the real high authority lies, within the channel page. You would go to discussion, and you would add, a comment that we did before. We talked about, hey, I think Katy Perry's awesome, whatever. Don't do it. Don't go overboard, but just every once in a while add links back, or comment, and it'll have the effect of adding a link back to our channel by doing some of those high authority Vivo sites. Next step, go back to Fiverr, and maybe once a month or so, figure out how you can get your actual channel, so this one right here, promoted basically on blog posts and different types of things, Web 2.0s, wherever, to start to up the authority of your channel. So don't skip this step. Continually increase the authority of your channel, not only by adding videos, but by being smart about it and getting your actual channel page itself embedded, or not, I'm sorry, not embedded, but as a link on, whether it's blog comments, PR sites, private blog network sites, whatever you want to do. I like to do a mix of those things, where I use my private blog network site, some of the real high authority ones, to jam up the authority of my my channel itself. But I also use things like blog comments from Fiverr, and I'll use Web 2.0 things from Fiverr that are not really just going to my video; it's going to my channel. So that's it. In order, I just told you everything that you need to do really to get videos ranked, and ranked very well. So you can see how easy this stuff is. If we can go out and we can rank these huge monster affiliate terms like Best HostGator Review, it's really easy to get the local stuff ranked. And your client is not going to know any difference. They're going to think it's difficult, and they're going to be willing to pay you really well for doing this over and over again for them. So hopefully this video series has been helpful. Leave some comments below. If you have any questions, please let us know. Again, be sure to sign up for the Facebook page. We'll leave a link for that. Send an invite and or a request for an invitation, and we'll add you to the group. Again, just the only rules are, don't go out and promote the shit out of your stuff without asking us first. But we do want you as a part of the community. We're going to have a lot of really good local SEOs in our group who earn a lot of money. Okay, there's only a few of us right now, and combined we're doing close to 400 grand a month. We are actively working with other people who are interested in joining our group, who are going to teach you a lot of different tricks that you may never have thought of, who are really going to help you out a lot. So join the Facebook group, become part of the community, actively participate, ask questions. Mark and myself will be there to be admins and answer questions. We'll be coaches inside of the group. And guess what the cost is for you to be part of that group? $0. Just like the cost of this course right now is $0. Be sure to leave a testimonial about the course if it was helpful for you, and let us, give us permission to use that, because at some point we will sell this course. So that's it for the main series. I'm going to add one other bonus video, and we're going to talk about a few little tricks you can do to get sites moving when they won't, or get your YouTube videos moving up when they won't move up, when they're stuck on page 2 or 4 or whatever. and how you can easily do that. So I'll see you in the last bonus video, and thanks very much for listening to me ramble on. Take care.